What is going on, everybody? This is Nick here at Y480. We are playing NHL 18 franchise mode with our Detroit Red Wings, who are on the tank. We are going down in the standings. Look at that. Last in our division here, which is all good. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to tank this year away, get one of the first picks, along with collecting some other picks. So let's take a look at the calendar here where we're set up at. This video is just going to go up to the trade deadline, and then the next video, which I believe I'd like to get out Monday. If you're watching this way in the future, disregard, doesn't make sense, who cares, doesn't matter. At this point, we're looking at going up to the trade deadline and then having you guys comment on this video with all the cool trades we can make here, which really I think is just unloading players for picks. We are going to be keeping Zetterberg. He's going to retire a wing. So don't get any funny ideas, but people like Helm, even like Green and stuff like that, we could probably ship off for picks. But remember, in about 3 years, we want to make the push for the playoffs, or year 3, I guess, not exactly 3 years, but year 3, we want to get to the playoffs at least and have a little bit of push, just like what we did with Colorado last year. So if you are new to the channel, which I do see that my last video got quite a bit of new subs over here at the channel, go check out the old vids for Colorado. I know they're NHL 17, but I mean, it still kind of makes sense. You know, it's still a franchise mode. It's I watched Johnny's 2012, Johnny Superman 2012, like Tampa Bay Lightning, and he did, he always does Toronto every now and then. Stuff like that, I'll go back and watch. But if you haven't caught those, go check those out. That's another really good rebuild. This is a little bit different. This is a little more major because the last one had a lot of potential guys already. Detroit doesn't have as many super promising prospects. And if you guys do hear a slight hum in the background, I just put a new case fan on my PC. I just built a PC. Check that out on Twitter, at Y4Turbo. Really cool, inspired by Diva from Overwatch. So we're going to go ahead and get simulating here. We don't really need to make any trades or any line changes. The people who need to get the time are getting it. And, obviously we're at this point, we have won a little bit more games than I thought we would. I thought we'd be a straight, just losing team. But we've got some, game-breaking players on the team. And I think in the QMJHL, I'm going to start at defenseman here. We can start figuring that out. Also, this year would probably be a good year to get a good goaltender for the future. I know Mrazek can probably stick around for quite a while, but you never know. And in 3 years, if we've got somebody that's, low 80s, ready to, be a backup and jump in when Mrazek's, done, that would be really nice. And that would be a nice little thing that we could definitely save some cap on, just for the fact that we wouldn't have to worry about that. And another thing is, I know I've kept injuries off. We're just going to do that during the playoffs. I didn't really consult you guys that much. Let me know if that's something you want to keep doing. I know I just started watching the Golden Knights series Johnny's doing, and I know he's... Oh, yeah, let's do the U.S. for forwards. Let's just do 3 weeks on the forwards here. I know he's doing injuries on, but in that one episode, he had to fix like 3 or 4 injuries, and it was just slowing down the pace of the video. And I was really kind of getting annoyed with it, which is weird because I'm usually pretty chill. But look at all these wins we're getting. What the heck is happening? 7-0. That's a big loss. Yeah, another player we probably want to trade is Howard. He could definitely go to a team that's looking to push for the playoffs that needs a good backup. But the problem is, I don't want to get rid of Mrazek right away. And we're actually rushing through this, so we'll have to take a look at some scouting reports, things like that. We can actually, instead of doing Russia, I'd like to go over the OHL defenseman. And then after we do the defenseman for the OHL, I think I'll start doing goalies for all the CHL, and then we'll just leave it at that for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks apiece. I don't want to go super hardcore on the goalies, but I would like to get one maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round. If somebody crazy is available, we can go for him in the 1st. But that's another thing you guys got to let me know, because I haven't done any offline GM modes, and I just want to make sure we're not screwing anything up. So let's go to the 26 here. We actually got here really fast. The simulation engine's a little quicker in this one, I feel like, and it's a little quicker to move around. Look at all these wins we're getting. So we definitely want to get rid of some depth guys that we really don't need. You know, obviously we're not at 500, but, you know, I think we're doing a little bit better than what we thought we were. I'll edit trade block. Why not? Helm, Franzen, and let's put Howard on there. I always forget to put Howard on. Yeah, Howard. So that should be good. He actually has some... Honestly, I'm going to take Franzen off for... Or Franzen, as we say in Michigan. Who should I put on here? Yeah, maybe Green. Green would be good. Just somebody with some trade value, because I could always add Franzen in for something else. And we do want, yeah, we want current and future picks. So that looks good to me. We might get offered something. Yeah, it doesn't look like we get offered anything here. Big loss there. So this might be a little quick video, but I did want to get all those new subs in and let them know that I see you. You can get in on the action here. What I'm going to start again next episode is posting comments. Your guys' comments in the last GM were a lot of help, and I did post them at the beginning of that whole episodic series. So I do want to start doing that again. I just moved everything over to a new computer, so that's why there were some technical difficulties early on in NHL 18's lifespan. I kind of didn't plan that very well. But we're back. We're doing it. You guys are active. It's looking really good. We got a lot of good comments last episode. And I'm really excited for the future on this. So actually, what am I doing? I'm just jumping all around here. What I want to do is I want to take a look at our players' points. And Zetterberg, what a beaut. It's a shame we probably won't get him another cup. Hopefully, I mean, if he sticks around till he's 40, we might make a push. But he'd probably be like 80 overall at that point. So Larkin looking good too. He's up in an 84. Actually, yeah, did he grow from an 83 to an 84? I don't remember what he started at, but he is a -8. But Tatar 83, Mantha 81. So not a ton of growth here, as you guys can kind of see. Yeah, so far I don't really see any growth for sure, because some people will stick right out. Lemieux may have gone up. I don't remember what he started at. Are we already playing him in the NHL? That's kind of funny. Yeah, Streets. I forgot, like last episode, we made a ton of changes, and I'm pretty glad for that. Elkins actually looked pretty good down here. You know, he's solidified. He's the leader of this team, though, at 50 points. Oh, yeah, Svechnikov looking great. 48 points. He is a -7, but the guy's growing. He's up at 77. He'll definitely be ready, hopefully, for next year or the following. If he's not ready next year, if he's still at AHL potential or depth potential, I might keep him down. But if he is at depth forward, I'll throw him on the third line. We'll have a third scoring line or something like that. Furk, Christopher N., Burt. So all these guys are looking pretty good. Don't really care about forward. Yeah, and then Sproul being the top defenseman. So all these guys are looking pretty good, like I said. Let me see, actually, who was the guy we threw in? Sorella? Yeah, so he's pretty low, but at least he's got 7 points on the year on the fourth line. Hopefully that, oh yeah, -26. It's not a great line. Hopefully we'll see some of these guys grow. Remember, we don't have a big prospect pool, so it's actually pretty difficult to get a good AHL team to like work for us, you know. It'd be nice if we had some 80s on this team at least, but I think 80s, even low 80s, are going to be like actually really good NHL players. Like high 70s are NHL players in this new kind of set. So we'll look at goalies for both. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't really matter here. Caro's going to already be, you know, solidified by the time he's anything decent. 73. I mean, he might get to like 75 or something, but you know, we can probably keep him down here in McCollum. You know, this honestly doesn't really matter to me. I mean, they've got I mean, that's decent, but you know. So let's take a look at NHL here. See, yeah, both these guys look pretty good actually. I mean, for the team that they're on, I mean, even 3 goals against, to me, it's not bad. They're playing their hearts out. That's the problem. Their save percentage is actually pretty good. You guys, I know people in the comments are like, that's awful. yeah, this is awful for a real NHL team, but the Wings right now are an AHL team. They're a good AHL team. They're actually probably an average AHL team. And I can say that because I'm a fan. With a few exceptions, I would say Green is NHL talent. I know there's a lot of people that hate on Green, but I saw him make some pretty nice plays last year, and I'm really hoping that he can quarterback the power play and really shine through like he was meant to. Remember when he was on the Capitals? Those days are never coming back, but he has the potential to at least be an average NHL player. And some games he is not. But yeah, obviously, you know, these would be bad save percentages and goals against in, you know, I don't know, in the Penguins lineup or something, you know, a really good team's lineup. But right now, with the guys out front of them and the constant trades and the chemistry in the locker room, it's probably super low. These guys are still making a lot of good saves, and you know, looking okay doing it. So hopefully Mrazek won't go flat. Hopefully he'll get up to like an 84, 85, and we can you know, keep him for the next couple years, because you know, in 3 years he'll be 29. He'll be right in the middle of his prime. You know, goalies are kind of late bloomers, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. I think that we could actually keep Mrazek, and then during that time, imagine if we did get this all-star team. He's 30 or 31. We're going consistently into the second and third rounds, you know, shooting for a championship. We could trade him at the deadline for some crazy forward or even like a pick, and still grow this team into a huge dynasty. Because remember, I want this GM mode to go long. It doesn't really have an end date. So that's everybody. Player stat wise, let's take a look at team stats. This really doesn't matter. Actually, the Leafs did worse than us this year, up to the deadline here. I'm sure they'll come back a little bit, because as you can see here, points up until, I mean, let's say these two guys right here, we're probably not, but let's say they're both in wild card, you know, spots right now. They're above the other. Actually, we can actually look. So let's see here. Oh, okay. A couple of people have already. Okay. So wild card is Jackets and Isles. So yeah, look at this. Our division is so far down. So some of the other guys in our division are pretty lucky that they're going to be in. We're only 15th out of 16th because the Maple Leafs. But I mean, honestly, I feel like we're going to fall back. We can't keep up any of our winning ways. Like, there's no way we should be anywhere near where we're at, or above anybody else. Golden Knights aren't doing too well either. So we're actually 28th in the NHL. So there are worse teams, but I feel like we have the potential to be a lot worse than these guys. I don't know, but at this point, you know, this is kind of surprising. I thought for sure we'd be the last out of last, because, you know, Golden Knights, obviously, it's a tough one. They had to, you know, just kind of figure it out with the expansion draft. Maple Leafs really surprised me. They've got a lot of pieces, so maybe next year they'll be a lot better. Coyotes also surprised me because they have a lot of other pieces too, but who knows? Maybe it's just not working out, and the simulation engine is accounting for that. But then, you know, the rest of these don't really surprise me. Devils will probably be good next year. The Jets are kind of surprising. And, you know, then we get up in here and it gets kind of, okay, everybody's a little bit closer points-wise. At least these guys are in the 60s, high 60s up here. You know, us being down at 55 points, we're definitely not going to make the playoffs. So we got to go ham on trading. And I'm thinking everybody on our trade block at least needs to go. You know, for Jimmy Howard, I feel like we could get a third-round pick, and that would be pretty good value. He's not well valued in this game, and for a third-round pick, I think it'd be fine. So this is where the kind of long, boring part of the video goes, but EA has done a really, really cool thing here. If you go to trade players and you want to check out anybody on the current block, let me go to skaters matching block. You can actually change the team right here. So that rules. That absolutely rules. Thank you, EA. That's awesome. And you guys are also pointing out Maxime Comtois, or Comtios, as some people call him. Depends on if you're French or not. But he was somebody we picked up in the Colorado GM who didn't end up playing for us in the NHL, but he is top 6 potential. It's low top 6, so he'll get pretty good as a power forward. I mean, this could be a guy we could go after instead of a pick. And I mean, Jimmy Howard's trade value is about that. I wouldn't mind getting a nice low top 6 potential forward who's unsigned. Sorry, there's a little bump on the mic there. Who's unsigned, so you know we can sign him whenever we'd like, and that would be perfect. Next year he'll be 20 years old. He is a 60 overall, so it's not super out of the realm of possibility that he'll be ready for the AHL. I mean, we're playing a 57 overall in the 4th line in the AHL. This power forward could really do a number on the team and help out. I'd just like to maybe see some better defensive stats from him, so it'd be cool maybe throw him on some of the special teams lines or something like that. But you can see the trade value difference between a medium top 6 and a low potential top 6. And look at their ages. The guy who's older, actually, it doesn't matter. It's this medium and low. So if we can really get something out of Comtios or Comtois, I still don't know exactly what it is. I think Comtois is better because that's actually French. That's the French pronunciation. I'm just going to say Comtois. If Comtois can get to a point where we're playing above his role, he's constantly growing each season, and by the time he's 25, he's mid-80s, I will be incredibly pumped, and that would be a great trade. And, they could use somebody like a, maybe not a Jimmy Howard because they already have, Miller as a backup. But, maybe they could use Helm. Maybe they could use a Green as a defenseman. I don't know. That's something that if we're looking to trade, if they want somebody, we'll give it to them. So that is a great first team to check out, Anaheim Ducks. So Arizona, they're not giving away anybody. They're looking for picks, or they're actually looking for more players, it looks like. Here's another top 6 guy. He's 21, 72 overall already, DeBrusque. So this guy's really good already. Left wing sniper, definitely going to be a top 6 guy fairly soon. Probably 2 years on, he'll be ready for a ton of NHL play. Keep that guy in mind. That's another really good prospect to look at. I know you guys are saying Debercat as well. Nylander they want to give away. Wow, really? Nylander. Alexander Nylander. They want to give him away. I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't have anything to give for this dude. What do you guys think? Would we give up a first-round pick for this guy? Because I would, if we're solidified as getting a 19-year-old medium elite who's already 73 overall, I would pick that with a first overall pick anyway. So it's like we're just getting a guaranteed stud right away who's already basically NHL ready. But, this guy absolutely would dominate with that playmaking skill in the AHL. Let me know on that. The Nylander trade, like a first and Howard or something. That would be awesome. Unload Howard, get rid of a first, but it's basically like we're selecting an elite player anyway. And for one of the firsts we got in the last episode, I think it might be worth it. Keep that in mind. Buffalo Sabres, Alexander Nylander. So here we got another low top 6. That's a little lower overall and a little lower trade value than Comtois. But he's a two-way forward, so a low top 6 two-way forward. That could actually be really cool, and especially if he grows defensively. There's a lot of good prospects here. A lot of good prospects, okay. Hurricanes, not really anybody we need to take a look at, I'm feeling here. Yeah, looks like this is fine. I love how quick this is. Okay, Debercat, you guys are saying make sure to get this dude. We can try. That trade value isn't too bad. Vili Polka as well. That's actually pretty nice. He's already 23, though, and only 75 overall. But he'll definitely grow, especially if we put him in the top 4. Right-hander as well, so that's really nice. And his defensive awareness and stuff isn't bad either for, what overall he is. It's always good to see defensive awareness above his overall, So he's 75. He's got +5, basically, to me, in defensive awareness. So if he can get up to an 84, 85 defensive awareness, this is actually a great two-way guy. Because look at his shooting category. Really not bad for his overall. Another cool idea. That's not bad trade value either. Now I'm thinking Debercat. You guys really want me to get him a center sniper? This guy definitely is going to get good. He got good last year. Already 20 though, but you know, as the overalls change, this guy is almost NHL ready. So keep an eye on him as well. I still like that Nylander one just because we're getting an elite. Big Raw and Timmins. So Big Raw's already 23. I don't think we need to worry about that. Well, Big Raw grew out some hair over the last season. And Timmins, I mean, obviously would be cool, but I feel like the last dude, Polka, might be a better option right away. I don't know. Timmins is younger, but I don't know. Actually, Timmins would be better because he is, yeah, significantly younger. I didn't realize Polka was 23. Maybe I would have changed my mind, but still, interesting thoughts here. Carlson, who is 2A guy, medium top 4, so he, you know, that reflects that. We got a low top 6 and a low top 6 there, who's 21 already. So, you know, not as interesting as previous. Nobody we really need here. Edmonton, okay, a medium elite, 2-way guy. Already NHL ready, basically. That would be kind of cool, bringing up a right-handed right winger. You know, we could trade somebody like Franzen. You know, we get a right winger back. Here's Yamamoto as well, who is a medium top 6 center playmaker. Could be cool, you know. That's definitely a slower process AHL guy for next year. But remember, these are, you know, a medium elite 78, or do we go with a Nylander? You know, a sniper build kind of thing. I don't know. It's tough. It's hard. Boschman. Yeah, nothing really there. Nothing here. Yeah, just these guys going for the playoffs. Okay, Fleury and... Yeah, these just aren't as good as previous, so I'm not really looking. Yeah, nothing here. Devils, Zajac. We don't need Zajac, especially not with that 5.2 million. Low. Okay, this is a nice... Actually, this is a nice overall top 4 potential guy. 2-way guy. He's left-handed, though, so we could get that other right-handed guy previously. And it'd probably be a better option. But honestly, if we can pick up... We just need players. You know, we just need prospects to come in. Ooh, they're giving away tourists. Brassard, Ryan. Yeah, they're clean in house here. Absolutely clean in house. This is like their whole starting lineup. This is everybody. Yeah, I don't think we need anybody like this. Definitely not. We're not wasting anything. Those are all rental players for other teams. Okay, Myers here. Everybody's low top 4. Sean Morin. Remember when he was just the elite defensive defenseman you could get like 2 years ago? That might be actually kind of cool. Defensive guy, but I don't know. Pens. Not giving up anything. Okay. Most likely they're trying to keep all their players, just trading picks this year to get to the championship. Don't need Bouwmeester, Berglund. Yeah, these are all NHL level players, older guys. Cal Foote, okay. Cal Foote is on the trade block. Right-handed 2-way defender. Now, this would be a guy that would really round out the lineup defensively. We could build off of later. And next year, this is an AHL guy. We can crop him up real slow. That would be real nice, actually. Right-handed elite. 19 years of age. Okay, Callan Foote, another one. I don't know. Nylander still seems like too good, true kind of thing. Toronto giving up JVR. Okay, yeah, they're sending everybody out as Kapanen might actually be kind of cool. But, yeah, they're kind of just sending everybody out for rentals, trying to get some picks. I get it. Sedines, yeah, I don't need any of that. Burmistrov. Yeah, I think we're good on that. Vegas, this is weird, man. I'm so excited for the season for these guys. I cannot wait to see. I wasn't the biggest fan of Vegas getting a team before, you know, another Canadian city. Canada just doesn't have enough teams. It's crazy to think, you know, like whenever you see like a lockout year and then you see all their AHL teams just stacked playing in big arenas, and you know, it's just I really don't like the cold, even though I live in the Midwest in the U.S. Michigan and Illinois I've lived in. I hate the cold, but man, if living in Ontario wouldn't be much different than living in like Michigan. It's basically the same climate. Might get a little colder, but depending on where you are. But I don't know. That's one thing I really. I mean, I love Michigan because we are a hockey state. But you know, us, Minnesota, we're the U.S. hockey states. But and I mean Illinois to an extent. But really in Chicago, there's so many people. There's gonna be hockey fans. It's not just a hockey place. Detroit is a hockey place. Everybody loves the Wings there. But yeah, you guys have it so good with hockey, man. Like hockey being such a mainstream thing there. It's so cool. People just make fun of it here. It's so annoying. Schmidt. Yeah, he's not growing too much. Okay. Nobody really there. Okay, here's a median top 4 guy. Lucas Johansson. Might be pretty cool, actually. Already 20, though. But not too bad. His trade value isn't too far off either. So I wouldn't mind doing that. You know, maybe we could do Helmer and something. I don't know. I still like the other pick, getting an elite. All right, well, there it is. So as you guys can see, Comtois, pretty cool. And then if we go to the Sabres, Alexander Nylander. This is a big one. I'm liking how his hair's looking too. That's pretty cool. And yeah, medium elite, 19 years of age, right-handed, right-wing playmaker. Definitely a first-liner of the future. And possibly a Svechnikov line mate of the future. Line mate of next year, maybe. So let me know what you guys think. We've gone through the trade blocks, if you will, of everybody. So, yeah, at this point, we're just looking at Green. Maybe like a Sheehan. I don't know. Sheehan might grow a little bit. But Helm, maybe Glendening. I like the idea of Glendening just being a fourth-line center for, like, the rest of his career, with us. And we can just keep him there. Franzen, obviously, we want to get rid of. But, you got to look at it here. Not much trade value. Now, Green does have a little bit. But if we're going for someone like Nylander, we might need to give up one of our first-round draft picks. And it's looking like the Edmonton Oilers are actually doing pretty well. So getting rid of that, plus like maybe Green, maybe Green and another player like Howard or something. Maybe they would go with it. The Sabres maybe could use a backup. I don't really know. Goaltender. But let me know, guys. There's a lot of things that can be done in the next video for our future. We're not making the playoffs. This is a tanking year. And getting rid of these guys, once again, will give us a little extra push towards the bottom. So the higher percentage that we get in the bottom, the better chance we have of getting a first overall pick, which is the dream. And we can select another stud of a player. So thank you guys for watching. This was a kind of medium-length, short video. Just wanted to get one out over the weekend because I did see all those new subs and everybody watching the new episode. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe if you dug it. Make sure to follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/Y4Turbo. And we will see you next time out on the ice.